All right, so you know the old saying about the contractor's house that never gets done. We do everybody else's work, so we're finally doing our own house. We've lived here since 2014, so about 3 years. And right before we bought this house, they did like kind of a flipper quick update on it. And I was never happy with it, but it was functional, so we kind of left it as is as we did other work around the house. But let me just show you a few things. We're gonna finally get to tearing it out. So just the finishes, you can tell were just pretty rough. You know, they did this mosaic. They didn't put any trim or anything on it, which bugged me. Top mount sinks are kind of a half measure. You know, I like undermount sinks. They probably kept these old light fixtures that are kind of funky. They kept the old cabinets, the old vanities, these oak. They're solid, but they use this particle board in here, which is, you know, it gets kind of stinky. It gives off an odor and it's just kind of nasty. Never liked these vanities. They put some cheesy baseboard on here for some reason. This looks mismatched. And then as far as the tile work goes, it's pretty shoddy. So this shower, first of all, they used the wrong shower pan in here. You can see this is for like a prefab kit shower, and they have this shower pan that has these weird little grooves that they just kind of tried to make it work. And these shouldn't be here. It's just wasn't used what it was supposed to be for. What was really concerning to me was that there was no waterproofing. These tiles right here, actually, when they were wet, they used mastic on this shower instead of thinset mortar. So when the mastic gets wet, it just comes apart. I actually pulled these up with a butter knife, and you can see there's no waterproofing on this bench. There's actually a gap. So we'll see what happens when we take this apart, if there's any water damage, but this should have all been waterproofed underneath the tile. And here's some more, just these rough finishes. I mean, it's just, I don't know if they didn't have a tile saw or what, but everything was just done really rough. Nothing's really lining up right, and just, you can tell it was half-assed job. Here, this window detail is pretty bad. Again, look at all this caulking and gunk in here. The mosaics are all chipped up where they cut them. Nothing's flush. Again, look at these cuts down here that it looks like they made with a grinder instead of a tile saw. You overcut on this one. You know, this stuff is cracking out. So there's probably, you know, look how easy all this stuff comes out. It's just crappy job. Again here, they missed. Yeah, and look at these big fat caulking joints on the window. I'm actually going to take this octagon out. It's pretty passe, and we'll go with the square. So yeah, that's for the shower. It's funny, they put a pretty good door enclosure on here on top of crappy tile work that leaks. And then with the tub here, they did some pretty funky caulking. You can see in here they have this big fat caulking joint that's just nasty. That again, they probably tried to leave the tub in place and just tile right up underneath it so they didn't have to remove the tub. But yeah, the fillers and the faucets are all loose in here. The tub actually has some nasty like mold and stuff when you fill up the tub, because the jets have stuff inside them. Another example of just, you know, missing the cuts. You look at this right here, there's a big inch of grout right here. You know, they just didn't cut in good. I mean, it's really rough tile job. So, you know, we're finally to the point where we had a day off on the other job. So I was like, hey, Marissa, clean the bathroom out. We're gonna rip this thing out. And so we'll make a little video here. We'll do a time lapse of the complete demo process. I don't have a full vision of the layout, but we'll work with it. So by the end of the day, all this should be out. All the drywall should be off on the walls. We can move plumbing. We can do whatever. So yeah, that's it.
All right, so Ronnie's getting going here, just taking down the blinds, getting some of the things. Oh, there's Marissa. She made the pick. So yeah, taking out the lighting fixtures. Usually we start with towel bars, lighting fixtures, blinds, the hardware. Starting getting that stuff off. So Ronnie's taking out those cabinets. Again, the particle board in those cabinets is really what I don't like about them. It gives off an odor. Glad to see that mosaic splash go. The granite, you guys might think that granite is nice, but here in California, shipped in from China, it's garbage. Poor quality, prefab, made by 8-year-old Chinese little kids. I don't know. I'm glad we're tariffing the crap out of them. So, yeah, pulling the face frame off. Those are actually nice oak cabinets, but again, the particle board that they use inside just ruins them. The door style was outdated too, and golden oak, time to go. So that vanity's out. He's gonna open up that wall so we're actually capping that plumbing. We're turning that wall into just a makeup counter, no plumbing. Thought about putting a tub in there, but really it's only an 8.5 foot wide room, so it didn't give us enough room to put a tub and the double shower that we wanted. And so more wall board coming off. Most of the time when we do a master bathroom remodel, we take it all the way down to the studs so we can do our wiring, change framing if we need to, and just redo it. I like to leave the ceilings just so the insulation doesn't all fall down and stuff, but the walls I usually take off. Got the mirror out, lighting fixture, more of that crap mosaic. All they had to do is put a piece of trim on it. Would have made it look so much better. Either a little stone liner or Schluter or something. And we're gonna turn that vanity into a double sink vanity. So that we're opening up this wall so we can get to the plumbing to adjust the center lines and everything. And also that wall is getting the Roburn medicine cabinets. So we need to do some framing. That's an exterior wall. You can see the insulation on there. So I don't know why he's not wearing gloves, but Ronnie's tough. He's got hard hands and a hard head. Shower door comes off, going straight into the garbage. Plumbing fixtures. And the Hardy-Backer installed tile. They did put a sheet membrane vapor barrier behind it, but that is the only waterproofing they had on there. No topical or anything. But luckily nothing was rotted out in the shower. We stopped using it once I noticed. Oh yeah, there's our chipping hammer with our what I call the spatula attachment, which is great for taking up the thinset. This tile wasn't adhered very well, so it's popping up the tile too. But yeah, back to the shower. I think they redid this flip job right before we bought the house, so it wasn't used. And then once I saw all the cracking and stuff in it, I stopped using it. That shower actually sat not used for about two years at least, until we finally got to our own bathroom. But so yeah, Ronnie just plugging along. This is all in one day. This video was shot over one day, so he got pretty much everything torn out. And then except for the tub, I gave him a hand taking the tub out and that shower pan. But yeah, so the next videos are gonna be of us putting everything back together and explaining the parts and pieces that go into it. So thanks for watching my videos, guys.